Hello, everybody. Welcome to our episode today on healing in ways you never thought possible. I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, your host, and today we're going to be talking about reclaiming your spiritual sovereignty. And you're probably wondering, what is spiritual sovereignty? Well, spiritual sovereignty is actually the gifts that we are given when we are incarnated in this world and allowing those gifts to speak through us and claiming those gifts as well. Too often in the world that we live in, we give our personal power away. How many times have we all witnessed that in ourselves where maybe there's a situation if you're in work where you're feeling like you're hopeless and the only thing to do is to surrender to what's going on and just do something when you know in your heart of hearts it just doesn't feel aligned. It's about really being in integrity with yourself. Now, take a deep breath there because that's a big thing to really embrace and grasp. When you're in integrity with yourself, you are doing the right thing no matter how much pushback you're receiving from others. But also, it's about being able to stand in your power no matter what is going on around you in your world. And it doesn't really affect you because you're so true to what you're doing that you are in alignment with who you are on a soul level. And that's being in your sovereign spiritual power. Just think about that for a moment. How many times in our lives do we hand that over to something else outside of ourselves? Maybe it's for decisions that you need to make maybe rather quickly, and maybe you make them out of fear or panic, or you're feeling so stressed out that you are being intimidated by others, maybe bullied into doing something you don't want to do. I see this a lot. I'm in healthcare these days. For those of you that don't know that, besides my practice that I have of helping people heal in ways they never thought possible, I also work part-time in a hospital as an assistant surgeon, where I'm, assisting the doctor as his assistant doing the surgery with the surgeon. And I've witnessed through the last couple of years, particularly with living through COVID, how many people are being bullied in the workplace. And it's not just one place, it's across the board. Yes, things are really interesting these days. We're short staffed. We don't have enough people to take care of people. And it's not because there's no beds, there's plenty of beds. It's just about getting the people in to take care of people. What we've been finding is that in our departments, we've been short staffed, and then the providers or the nurses, the techs, and whoever else is providing care in that department, we don't have the staff, so they're asked to stay late. And when they don't, they're bullied, shamed, guilted, and harassed, which is absolutely wrong. I've had to remind several of these young people that you are a sovereign being, you have rights, and it's okay to say no. And if you're getting bullied and shamed or whatever, you need to take a look at why you're feeling that way. Okay? Because there's always a choice. I always tell them to stand in their power, say their truth, and if and walk away. They don't have to listen to this. But the thing is that what I've been witnessing when they continue to take on these extra shifts and they start getting resentful, they don't want to be there. With that comes with the stress of having to stay later, is that they're starting to get sick because they're tired and they're expected to come back the next day and do it all over again. This is an example of where it's time to claim your spiritual sovereignty. It means saying no and being okay with that no matter what is going on in your world because you're being true to yourself. Stay, yes, if you want to. But if you're going to stay and be resentful, please don't do that, because it's a huge disservice, not only to you, but to everybody else around you. Remember, everything's energy and it's a ripple effect. Once, and that's just healthcare. And I know this is happening throughout many industries in the world. And it's not just healthcare, it's in business, it's in retail, it's in the service industry. Show up and do what you need to do, but do it on your terms, and make sure you're being treated fairly and being treated appropriately. I believe in the values of respect, integrity, honesty, and being able to say who you are and not having to be persecuted for this. Gone are the days of the witch trials, people. It's safe for you to speak up and speak your truth. And if you feel guilty, shamed, or whatever, that's something for you to do a little self-reflection on as to why this is so. Sometimes it could be from our past. It might be our childhood stuff, the way we grew up, or the way our ancestors treated everybody in our family lineage. Trust me, I know about that. We were a bunch of guilters and shamers in our house, and it took a while to realize that that was not my stuff, but only the person who was projecting that onto me. So what I'm here to say is that please say what you're feeling, step into your sovereign spirituality, and trust that. That is your divine wisdom, your guidance point. And a lot of us, too, are starting to wake up and realize that there's more to life, and you want to improve yourself. Maybe it's a new year, you're wanting to do self-improvement. I encourage you to trust your inner wisdom with making the choices as you move forward. Yes, there is a lot of noise out there in cyberspace, as far as people wanting to sell you something, or offer you gifts, or trying to get you it's about a manipulation to get you to sign up for courses. And what I want to say too is that learn how to trust your instincts on that. First of all, if something feels off about it, trust that. If you're not getting a hell yes to do something within yourself, trust that. If something just feels off, I encourage you to trust that. And also do your best not to make rush decisions. Sometimes, gather your information and sit with it, maybe reflect on it in meditation, and just ask your higher self, what is the right path for you? And just trust you're going to be led to where you need to go. It's really that simple. But yet, many of us make it so much more complicated than necessary. When you decide to make a decision, just trust yourself. Yes, maybe, and I would be hesitant about even sharing it with other people, because sometimes that influences us. And when we're looking outside of ourselves for the right choices for us, we aren't taking ownership and responsibility. Okay. Sometimes we say, okay, well, so-and-so told me to do this, and we listen to it. I always recommend to people, you may consider this. How does it feel for you? Does it resonate with you? Are you feeling drawn to this? This is one way to really assist yourself in making the right choices for you. My job when I work with clients is not to make the right choices for them. It's to teach them how to make the right choices for themselves, whether it is in their personal life, their professional life, with their health and wellness. There's a plethora of possibilities. And this is where if we allow ourselves to lean into those areas where we're being drawn to, you're on the right path. It's when you have a disconnect and you're looking for something and you're waiting for somebody else to answer for you what you should be doing next. I encourage you to adopt a different modality as we come into this new year. So, with that being said, I want to wish everybody a happy holiday. If you're experiencing or celebrating Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas, or whatever you celebrate this time of the year. And I wish you well. And I look forward to connecting you with our next episode, which will be next Wednesday. And it will be setting healthy boundaries. I think that's a real important topic to talk about. And we'll be sharing more about that next Wednesday. So right now, I'm just going to sign off. And if you are interested in receiving a free meditation from me as a gift, there is the link for the free video. Help yourself and have a wonderful holiday season. Bye now.